Well, it's been a gorgeous Saturday morning here at the Corona Open J-Bay. We're into heat number 6 of the opening round, and this one features our reigning world champion. John Florence represents Hawaii and the high seed in the matchup. He takes on Gouveia, rookie from Brazil, and a wild card from just down the road in St. Francis. Dale Staples won the trials to earn this spot as a wild card for the second time in his career. Now take on the world's best in brilliant conditions here at Jeffreys Bay. We'll kick things off with Gouveia. She carves back into the pocket, sets up a clean re-entry on the backhand, flows right into the barrel. Doesn't get the barrel he was hoping for, so back to turns. A couple of fading cutbacks for Gouveia's warm-up. It's going to bowl now up by the bricks. A little more of a lift to work with, squares up a few times. There's a connection for Gouveia, and he'll jam that one shut. More waves on the way. Florence sets up that opening highline wrap. Deeper off the bottom, there comes that front side hook. Good section, laid back power jam in the pocket, right into a forehand carve. Fade his way through the flats. Only his mind knows what he's planning for us on this inside ramp. Few setup carves, and now lips starting to show up. Layback jam off the top for John. One more hack to finish. And that end section's brutal sometimes, Potts. That takes him down.
Yeah, well, it's on dry reef at the moment, Joe. Until that tide starts going further and further out, we're going to see these guys really roll the dice on that last section, but there was definitely some damage done on that wave. I'm seeing a little bit more intent from John in this opening exchange. Have a look at that turn, and then watch this next turn here from John, just showing the variety, just lighting that wave up. So John Florence has come out of the blocks firing on the back of a couple of average results. Brazil and then Fiji, which was a little bit of a disappointment for John. He is looking fired up, Joe. That board is looking good under his feet. And I think he is really here to make sure that he gets a good result. Finishing off all the way through the inside, going for it on that last turn. But there's a lot more energy involved in John Florence surfing today than I have seen over the last 2 events.
Really impressive to see him just start off with so much variety. It's starting to go what we're just always expecting out of him. His first few years on tour, he had a couple injuries. Having a look now, this is Dale. See, to get the crowd behind him, no problem doing that. Beautiful flow, snap to float. Stretching this one out down the line. Goes for a big power hook off the top. Maintains control into another tight wrap. Fades himself deep, and he's going to get out of there. So Staples waiting very patiently, and the crowd loves it. That was some serious rail surfing there from Dale Staples. Unfortunate that wave just didn't have that inside section on it. But there was some serious damage done out the back. I mean, a good start to the wave. Just cruising along. Little check turn right there, waiting for it. Now he hits the gas. Wave starts to line up. Dale drives around the section. Watch this turn right here. Hooking into it, throwing a lot of spray. Dale Staples, and again, just some man turns from the young South African. He's not going to make it easy for these other two guys. Easy. Wildcards have proven to be very dangerous out here in the past, and Dale Staples wants to keep that rhythm going. I love the rhythm, specifically at Dale Staples. His timing, he's patient. Really reminiscent of a Sean Holmes when he just would all of a sudden come around the corner and lay it down, Big Ben.
Oh, wow, look at that. That's just in the lip. Critical stuff. Almost caught the nose of the board, but managed to pull it out and then straight into the next maneuver. Beautiful style, beautiful positioning, and you hit the nail on the head. He's got that timing, hasn't he? He doesn't rush. It's that a moment when you really got to connect with the wave, and Dale Staples knows that very, very well.
KP was in there. He's our commissioner. So this whole tour has got a whole nother feel for Staples as we watch Gouveia. Punching through this inside section. Had the 5-5 before. He's really hunting the barrel. Tight little tube ride makes it out.
Setting up the rail work, forces that one off the top. Rides out prone, and he's going to try to shake that one off.
Yeah, I think the Maneuvers are going to win over trying to get barreled like that. Obviously, Ian Gouveia loves the tube. By itself, we saw Jadson Andre do that. It wasn't a huge score, but Dal Staples as well, driving through the section, just a little bit too deep on that occasion as well. That wave running away. I think you're better off sticking to turns on the smaller waves, Joe, and leave the barrels for the bigger set waves that sort of maybe a little bit more wide open.
You always rack up video parts up and down the coast, including jbay. This is last to Gouveia. What happened here?
Yeah, looking for the tube on from the get-go, and then once you get that in the back of your mind, once you're looking for it, that's kind of all you want to do, really. You can see him again, tucking in nice and tight there. It wasn't super deep. You could see the nose of his board, and then going for turns. So unfortunately there for Ian Gouveia, it's going to be a mid-range three-pointer. There it is, 3.33. So I think he would have been better off going to turns. His first wave, very similar size. He got a 5.50 just through backside snap. So back to the drawing board.
So Gouveia hunting down barrels, touching on Dale's last event out here. I mean, we're talking just a few years back. He had guys like Dan Ross, Luke Monroe, Chris Davidson, Bobby Martinez, Dave Reynolds, Andy Irons. There's so many guys that Dale can think back on as we look at John Florence flying out of the barrel to start. Big wrap right off the lip line, and he'll slam on the brakes again, and two arms stalling. Florence reaches on the layback hack. Flows through that top turn wrap, and John's looking to finish. He'll punch his way off the roof. There's an awkward section, and he almost pulled it off. Meanwhile, Staples is finishing up his ride. And he comes flying out of view. What a set. Gouveia's in the barrel. Looks like he's stalling to set up more. Gouveia just wants to stay in the barrel the entire heat if he can. That one's going to race down through impossibles.
Couple that with some tube riding that was in between. I think we're looking at something massive here.
John seems like a type of surfer that shows up on a venue and said, how am I going to approach it differently? Watching this start here.
Well, look at that two-hand drag. Now he comes flying out. What's his turn here from John? Just gouging into it and then stalls, pulls back up again. Beautiful traveling tube ride from John. What's he got for us here? There's that turn that we've been waiting for from John Florence. And another one. So John flying down the line. A little bit of mistiming right there, but all the damage was done, Joe. All the damage was done at the beginning of this wave. This was after the first tube. This is the second barrel from John on this wave. And then this turn right here, just hooking into it. All the bottom of the board there, all three fins were visible. Not many guys can do that, let me tell you. I love the stance. I love that double drag that he's got going. Clean, smooth, no mistakes right here. Watch the rail turn from John. Driving off that back foot, cutting that turn short. That's good insight, looking down the line, knowing that this wave was going to run again. And John, just nice and clean, wasn't deep on that occasion. But then this hack right here, this is where the meat and potatoes are. This is where I reckon all the points are going to come from. Two barrels, two incredible turns. We're just looking at right now the best wave of the day.
Unbelievable performance from the world champ, last year's runner-up in this contest. Turns in a 9.7 on this exchange. Without the finish, didn't matter too much. If he would have pulled that, it would be interesting to see what the judges would have been thinking about. A 17.2 combined total means Gouveia and Staples need two new waves. Florence, though, not thinking about that. He's still enjoying that last ride. This is what Dale did on the way behind him.
Yeah, Dale Staples, a critical floater maneuver, comes around the section, another one. So two similar maneuvers, jams it up through the lip again. Behind the section, stalls, gets a nice little cover up there. Still driving down the line, serving incredibly well. This is going to be a good score from Dale.
nonetheless, 14 minutes remaining. Can he claw himself out of that combo situation? 7.12 was what was required to get him out of that combo, Joe, and it looks like he's done it.
Quickly turned into a contender for the top 34, as we'll catch up with John Florence out the back. Clean start, looks like he's back in the pit again.
Oh.
Beautiful flow from a snap to barrel. There's John's version of a classic grab. Stalls for a wide open cave. Beats the first section. Perfect line to try to run through this one. And he makes it.
Oh.
John's got more room. He'll explode off the roof. And what a heat for the world champ. His last wave was a 9.7.
We'll just add another 9 on that. And this was while we're at the break, though, so Dale Staples trying to get himself back into this heat. A good wave from him. This is his version of the barrel. This is why this kid won the trials out here. Amazing surfing from Dale. Draws off the bottom. Just hooking into that top turn. Driving again. Has he got another barrel for us? Yes, he does. Comes out of that one. Flying down the line again. Big hooking maneuver. Dale Staples needing a big score to get himself back in the heat. An 8.13, but John Florence, a 9.7 on his last exchange. Joe, we talked about once that tide starts to drop out, we're going to see a lot more barrels coming through, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Watch this turn off the bottom here. Hits the brakes, pulls in, and this barrel just keeps giving, keeps going, section after section after section, flying through that next section and comes out. And even John didn't know what to do at the end of that wave. And there's the score. And we're not surprised with that at all.
Really impressive. John Florence setting up this cave. And then it just started running to this fast track. All he had to do was just keep his eye on the prize. One of the best barrel riders in the world. Doesn't matter if it's Pipe or Chopu or Jeffreys Bay. The world champ trying to fight for that Jeep yellow jersey once again. A 9.67, 9.7 before that.
You know, even though you get the wave, you still got to surf it. You know, it is a perfect wave, but you've still got to manage to do the right thing on it. Here we go.
There you go. Pupo is earlier in this matchup. Ian Gouveia is the one up now. The goofy foot driving through multiple sections. It's wide open. Will this one let him out? Gouveia has been hunting the barrel this entire matchup. And that one is going to run on without him. Gouveia currently comboed at the moment, trying to fight back. Strider, we thought he had that one from up here.
Well, it's a really hard tube to negotiate because most of them, you know, on the tide right now, you're kind of gliding through a bowl that has kind of an almond to it. Every once in a while, it'll drain out and go wide, and you have to adjust through those. So not a lot of room to move. So on the backhand, kind of getting down low on the front of the board, really pulling up on the rail and pushing that inside rail down to stall, and then letting it go and trying to negotiate. You'll see the frontsiders having a much easier time threading the needle out here. The backhand guys getting great waves today, though. That tube that we saw at Wiggly this morning and the waves that we've seen all day from the backhand surfers in the barrel have been great. But
thank you, Strider. You look over his shoulder there, and you're seeing perfection coming through. Just 3 guys out. We'll see Gouveia take the first opportunity. Nice clean connection for Ian Gouveia. Jams it again off the lip. Another big hack off the top for Gouveia, the rookie on tour. Just enjoying a final ride as he'll be preparing for round 2. The wave that keeps on giving, a great pace and tempo to allow him to have multiple vertical hacks off the lip. Still swinging through the inside corner and double shakas from the rookie. He'll turn around and see Florence having a victory lap. The world champ already putting this one away with his competitors. Combo, blow tail, layback, and recovers. So not just taking a ride in to save himself.
No.
Always a showman and didn't hold back on his final wave.
No, but just wait to see what he did at the beginning of that wave. By the way, it's another good wave just about to be locked in for John, but incredible stuff. I love that barrel from Ian Gouveia. You could see the water angle. He almost came out of that thing. And this is John's wave. Let's have a look. Nice solid wave here for John Florence. Is he going to better a 9.67? First turn, unbelievable. Watch the high line he takes. Races high. Look at the speed he's got. Board is going about as fast as it possibly can, and then hooks into a big turn. Off the bottom again and jams it, showing some variety, showing some power. And again, another hooking maneuver from John. Bashes it up through the lip. Combination of major maneuvers. Are you kidding me? As he brings this one through the inside, John just having some fun. He's found the groove, he's found the rhythm, he knows exactly what waves he's looking for now, and he is going to be one hard surfer to beat with a bit of pizzazz at the end. Thank you very much. Another excellent score.
Unbelievable approach. We saw 9.7, we saw 9.67.
I mean, we saw that amazing display he laid down, but he's the sort of guy that still wants to get better. Wow, that was an incredible hack off the top there. So the surfing out here is just mind-blowing, and I think John just took it to like the next level.
Well, Sean, there's a lot of different eras that you've written about, you've spoken about, you've lived through. What about John's approach at jbay? Can you compare it to any other surfer you've seen before?
You know, he has a very, very unique approach. I think he combines old school carving with kind of this incredible modern speed and reactivity. The carves that he's doing now.
Thank you so much, Sean Thompson, for the incredible insight coming from Coach Ross Williams. They'll be celebrating that big performance. John leaves the water with a 9.2 as a throwaway score, with the best heat so far of the day as the world champ moves on.